What's up, guys and girls? Ready for some good information? Good. You're ready for some good news? Yes, I hate being the bearer of bad news, which I have to do once in a while here, but today is good. If you're interested in getting a loan or a grant through your state issued from the American Rescue Plan by the feds, because they didn't give the money to the RRF, they didn't give the money to the idle grants or idle loans. They pulled some back and said, hey, we got $50 billion left. Let's give $10 billion of it to the small businesses, in which you are here to find out where and how to go get that. And a quick shout out to my boy Jason McElhone, who is out there fighting for you small businesses. Anybody out there watching this can also go find him at trysmallbiz.com. And a quick shout out as well to The Guardian for information that we get once in a while regarding our small businesses. The Guardian is a great tool to find information for grants and loans as well. So here we go. Let's get started. A not so new federal program to help small businesses just began distributing funds this past week. How much? How does $10 billion sound? The federal government is making available $10 billion, and all small businesses in the country are eligible for the money. This is not the Paycheck Protection Program or the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. Both of those COVID relief efforts have expired. Really? They expired? Oh, that's new information. This is also not a loan program from the Small Business Administration. It's from the Treasury Department. The program is called the State Small Business Credit Initiative, or the SSBCI, and it works like this. The Treasury Department has been authorized thanks to the 2021 American Rescue Plan Act to distribute $10 billion to each of the states, the District of Columbia and tribal territories, on a formula based on local unemployment and need for job creation. As mentioned above, the money began to flow just last week to 5 states and will continue throughout the next year. Also, as mentioned above, the program is not new. The SSBCI was created back in 2010 and distributed $1.5 billion at that time. So let's call this version 2.0. And also to let you know that it was distributed to 5 states, but they really can't get the money until all the applications go through. It's kind of going to be done in order, but the money probably won't come around until September. You just got to get in line for it, just to let you know that. So how does your business get access to these funds? You need to start Googling SSBCI and your state, or you can go to the Council of Development Finance Agency's State Resource Map. All right, so let's give it a spin, okay? Let's go ahead and go into Google and then type in SSBCI. Let me try Florida. SSBCI. Okay, so I don't see it up here in any of these. So here, go on down, skip by these ads here. FloridaJobs.org, Small Business Creative Initiative. Let's try that one. Okay, so here, yeah, that's it. American Rescue Plan Act 2021, small businesses. Wow, man, Florida got paid. Well, this is money that could be going to us here. Okay. So that's how we do it, guys. We go into the search engine and it gives you all the funding that they're getting. They are almost $1 billion. $500 million. So that looks pretty simple, and just hopefully that gives you a little roundabout what you're going to end up doing. Hopefully at the end of this video. Make sure you do this because you got to get on board with it. Okay, let's go further. The funds, once received by the states, will then distribute to existing authorized organizations that finance and support local small businesses. So that's the key of contact point right there that we just said, that they just said the state gets the money, they're going to distribute it to certain organizations, and your job is to find out and stay in tune with that Google search to State Small Business Credit Initiative, SSBCI, your state, and then find out which organization in your state will be dispersing that money. That way you can put your application in with them and say, okay, yeah, we know the feds gave you money for this, for people like me to get this money. And so that way you'll have better way of acquiring this acquisition of money. So hopefully that right there says what we're going to be doing here. These are Community Development Investment Funds, CDFIs, Minority Deposit Institutions, MDIs, community banks, economic development groups, and other nonprofits that work with small businesses in their area. The funds will be used for loans, grants, and equity investments. I like that. It's going to be used for loans and grants. So if you didn't get that loan or if you didn't get a grant, then here we go. We need to make sure that we are ready for this and make sure that you are prepared with your paperwork and all that fun stuff. Get your businesses in order and put an application in. You can always go into put an application, and as you're putting an application in, find out what they're going to need, and then start putting your portfolio together at that time as well. The funds will be used for loans, grants, and equity investments. They can also be used to collateralize new debt with existing banks or ensure their repayments. The whole idea is to get money in the hands of small businesses that wouldn't otherwise be able to get financing through traditional lenders because of their financial history or lack thereof. The program also rewards investments outside traditional high-access areas to startups that have struggled to receive funding. According to the Treasury, SSBCI is designed to catalyze $10 of the small business lending investment for every $1 of SSBCI capital program funding, magnifying the effects of the federal funds allocated through the program. That's very incentivizing. Certain funds are targeted specifically for minority-owned businesses or businesses located in low to moderate income areas, but just about any business can apply for these funds, even nonprofits. I like how they say low to moderate income areas now. I think the push against the policy map has actually pulled them back from putting that policy map out anymore, which is a success in itself. We'll take it. We'll take the W on that one. So this is good. So low to moderate income areas, but just about any business can apply for these funds, even nonprofits. That's good. And this is important, especially right now. Inflation is high, demand worldwide is softening, and potential recession is looming, and Federal Reserve has already announced interest rate increases over the next coming months. Oh, man, are you serious? Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to probably be applying for this, guys. Better to be safe than sorry. Which means that many small businesses around the country are going to find it even tougher to get capital this year. In fact, a number of startups and venture-backed tech firms are already finding that to be the case. But the SSBCI program could be a lifesaver. So as a small business owner, what do? You start building relationships right now. Find out the organizations that are receiving SSBCI money from your state and reach out to them. They need to get to know you and your business. I cannot stress the importance of what was just said there. When you go to start applying for this, it's not going to be like the SBA and you're going to talk to one representative only, or one representative, and you'll probably never hear from that person again until you reach a loan officer. Then you start talking to the same person. This is like directly getting with the loan officer, the person that's looking at your paper. And once you start talking to them and they get to figure you out as a real person, a real business, and that you've got a plan, a creation in your mind, or a business strategy to move forward with these funds, it's going to be a lot easier for you to state your case when the time comes and the funds do get distributed and they say, go ahead and pass them out. And you know the person that has your application knows you and is like, okay, here's such and such. Here's Speak. I know Speak. He's a good guy, has a good work ethics and a good strategy. So we're going to go ahead and issue this one out and let's get them started. So guys, it's important that you reach out and get to know these people that are going to be loaning you this money this time. And it keeps it on a more personal basis too, which makes it a lot, easier transaction for both sides. The application process will take a bit of time, so you want to gather your documentations, bank statements, tax returns, financial records, and begin down that road. You should be applying for your funds multiple places. These organizations aren't going to come knocking on your door, but they do have money to spend. Your objective is to get them to spend it on you. The SSBCI program is not without its opponents. Some say the funding is too late and many businesses have recovered from the pandemic. Others believe the money should be reallocated and put to other uses. These points of views are reasonable. Yeah, like the people out there who wanted the EIDL loan. Why didn't you just put it in there? That's a reasonable response. Why didn't you just give it to those RRF? Why didn't you give it to this? Why didn't you give it? That's neither here nor there. It's a reasonable, response, but here's where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. So at least now you know and you have a way in. If you've already gotten a loan or a grant, you can still go and apply for this to get more funds if your company is needing it or your business. But for now, the money is starting to flow and it's flowing to small businesses. Take advantage and start applying now, because before you know it, this last source of pandemic-related public financing will probably disappear forever. Another stressful point. The money comes and the money goes. It's not there forever. And to get money back into the funding program at this stage in the game is going to be very, very difficult to do. So I would suggest, yes, go and get this done. At least get your applications in. Even if you're not 100% ready for it, at least get something in to say, here I am. Here I am. I can change some things around, or we can work on some final details of this later on when you get to know me. But right now, you need to take advantage of this and you need to start applying And we do know this money comes and goes fast. And we know that sometimes only a certain amount of people know about it. But then when the whole world jumps in on it, it's gone before you know it. And if you didn't get in on the front floor, then you're in the back of the line this time. They're going to be doing this in order that the applications are received, which is about as equality as it gets. So this is why we're here, to make sure that you know before anybody else does that this is available and this is how it's done. So thumbs up, like, subscribe, get your notification, and I think we're still going on this, right? So remember, this is coming from the Treasury. This is not coming from the SBA. So if you ever want to go look at it, you can go to the Treasury, which is a Department of Treasury.gov, I believe. But here's a page. It looks like this. U.S. Department of the Treasury is State Small Business Credit Initiative, the American Rescue Plan, providing $10 billion. Everybody sees that there. So hopefully this right here will give you an idea of what the page looks like and let you know that it is a credible organization. As far as we know, it's a government though. It might be credible. Is it credible? Government credible. Sounds like an oxymoron, doesn't it? Anyway, guys, I want to say thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys can go out. You can go out and at least try to get these funds. Hopefully this helps your business, and hopefully you can succeed, prosper, and move forward. And thanks for watching. Share it so other people and other businesses can also get this information. Like, subscribe, and somebody say, hey, we still want our 10K.
Yeah.
Somebody say, hey.